Hi, thanks for tuning in. So for today's experience, we want to give a big shout out to Pond. And this bottle is so rare, it's one of a kind. And what the cool part is, I own two of them. And this one out of 25 is number 23. Now, I got to give you a little backstory on this particular bottle and what it actually means to me and the whole thing behind Black Tuesday for me. I love Black Tuesday by the Bruery. Everything about it is actually due to what this bottle is actually was made for. Now you'll notice on the label there is a cute little puppy. That is LAILA. Let me just get you a zoom in. Oh, right there. That is LAILA. Okay. I know it's a little weird. But there's a story behind LAILA because the person who gave this to me is my neighbor Pon. For the past 17 years, me and Pon have known each other, but we would have never met if it wasn't for LAILA. And so here's how it goes. One day I'm walking two of my dogs, and I'm walking, and I do it every day. And I'm walking, and I usually walk past Pond's house. He is three houses away from this house, so he's a very close neighbor. And one day, now mind you, I don't talk to my neighbors. You know, I'm fresh in the neighborhood, and I'm walking my dogs, and his garage was open, and he was working on his car. I don't think nothing of it. Never knew he had a dog. I'm walking by, and this big ass boxer, very healthy boxer, comes barreling out of his garage. He wasn't paying attention. She just took off. That's LAILA, and she starts charging at me and my dogs. I have a little dog and a little terrier, right? And I have a little like he's like a pit bull mixed situation. And here's this big ass boxer coming at me. Mind you, she wasn't like tiny or a puppy. This is a big ass boxer barreling down the driveway, coming at us, not making any noise, runs up on me, and my dog starts freaking out. My little one freaks out. I'm trying to like, whoa, what the hell? Because I'm trying to keep the dogs from fighting. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, where the fuck is your owner? And I'm about to fucking kill this dog. I'm about to kill this dog because you got to protect your shit. And it's a big ass dog. I don't know if you guys know, boxers are pretty big. Here comes Pond barreling, running, going, LAILA. And literally, he's trying to pull her off. But Pond is so chill. Like, I know him personally. His demeanor is very relaxed. So he's not really panicking because he knows his dog, but I don't. I'm like, what the fuck? So he's pulling her back. Everything's good. So I get the dogs to the house. He's like, I'm really sorry. And to be honest with you, I almost kicked his ass. And I'm like, do you not know how that looks and XYZ? And I'm being super calm, but I really wanted to hurt this guy. But he's a very tiny gentleman. And I tower over him. And so from that point, I was like, go fuck off. You're an irresponsible person. This is the truth. This is a great story. I know it sounds horrible. We fast forward several months later. We don't talk. We avoid each other. We never seen each other after that. I become a sous chef at a brewery, right? And during this time, I was doing OBS beers. We're doing reviews. We're doing all this stuff in the world of beer. And I've been doing it for quite some time. So I'm being the sous chef, and I notice he's in the brewery that I'm working at because of game night. Months have gone by, and I'm like, you know what? If I see him again, we might as well have a conversation. If he's going to the place I work, maybe we can, you got to be cordial, right? So I'm walking home from the brewery because it was down the street from both of us. He's done with the evening. He's in his garage. So I decided to be a bigger person and literally walk up to him and say, hey, excuse me. Hey, were you at the brewery? Now, at this point, he's apprehensive because we had that altercation. He's like, yeah. I said, you drink beer? And he's like, yeah. I said, oh, do you make beer? He's like, yeah. And I make beer. And we started bonding. And he's like, hey, wanted to apologize by LAILA. She's not violent. She's not aggressive. She's just an excited dog. I got a chance to meet her. And sure enough, LAILA was a very chill dog. And ever since then, me and him have bonded over beer and LAILA and my dogs. And at that time, the dogs would play with each other, and we became really good friends over a misunderstanding. This is why sometimes you should never trip or anything, because you never know what could happen. And always from then, Pon has always gifted me things from the brewery. On this shelf alone are bottles from him And these are bottles you can't get. It's never to the public. And Black Tuesday has always been my favorite. Now, fast forward to a little bit later and several years, I'd probably say maybe 4, maybe 5 years ago, during this, she passed away. LAILA passed away. And I, over time, got to see her, and she's getting older and she passed away. Now, one of the items I have here, me and him have such a great love of craft beer. One of the last things we celebrated her death was a Samuel Adams Utopias. Please look that up. Very rare. Some of her ashes are in that bottle for me. That meant a lot. He ended up becoming, at the brewery, they had this program where you can dedicate a barrel to whoever you want, however you want. You pitch in. I was like, yeah, I'll pitch in. He never took the money from me, but he knew I was like, yeah, I'll pitch in on this very special, rare situation that was a barreled aged Black Tuesday. And that usually runs you several $100s in their club. I was like, whatever you need, I want to pitch in because he always gives me, very exclusive, expensive bottles. And it turns out it was this bottle right here, dedicated to LAILA. So let me read you what it says on the bottle. So from the brewery, this is Black Tuesday's LAILA. LAILA, amazing, inseparable, love always. A double bourbon barreled aged imperial stout. And this is coming in at a whopping 19.8% alcohol by volume. This one again is a 23 of 25 bottles. And I actually have this. He gave this to me, and for years I didn't want to open this. Now the vintage on this is a 2022. So this is a very special bottle to open and share with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this open, but I wanted to give a backstory of how LAILA was very important in a friendship that actually grew from a misunderstanding. And for that, I thank her for everything. And I'm grateful for Pond, and I'm grateful for the brewery to do something like that. So let us indulge and pay that beautiful respect to a beautiful creature on this planet. And let's talk about this 2022 limited edition, 1 of 25, Black Tuesday. And for this, I broke out a very special glass, my Tiku, which this is one of my rarest glasses. And it's something I barely ever break this out. So let's dive right on in. For it being a 2022, we're talking about that nice, rich milk chocolate plus cocoa dust, nice roasted black coffee, molasses, baby. Molasses, and I know this may sound weird, but we also have a nice puree of prunes. I know that sounds weird, but that's where the twang comes in. So it's very robust, it smells sticky, and the best part, no booze fragrance whatsoever. Again, we are just 0.2% away from a 20% beer. This is phenomenal. Now, let's dive right into the taste. Almost like chocolate chip cookies dipped into your favorite black coffee espresso. There's way more chocolate on this. It's so chocolate forward. Now, as far as that bourbon barrel, very woodsy, very oaky. That bourbon is complementing the astringentness of the booze, which is giving you that whiskey kickback. Everything about this is extremely complex, yet it's layered and it is wonderful. If you're trying to get into stouts, especially these higher end ones, this becomes something you have to get your palate trained for. Right off the bat, it's rich, intense, and the texture is super thick and syrupy. But these are the types of beers that you crack open in celebration, bottle shares, and exclusive memorabilia, or exclusive, not the word memorabilia, but sort of like a special occasion. This is what this beer is designed for. And I'm very glad and honored, thanks to LAILA, that I have formed a very long, impressive friendship with Mr. Pond. So LAILA, this is for you. And I want to say thank you for running out and causing a misunderstanding for me and Pond to become really, really good friends. So, Layla, I love you. Mad love and hugs. And that's why I got you here on the set. And everyone, thank you for listening to this experience and definitely enjoying one of my favorite beers on the planet. If you can get your hands on one, you'll understand why. And until next time, guys, thanks for the experience. Cheers. Have a good one.